Good morning, Virgo. Try to get my camera angle better here. Sorry, give me a second. Okay, for Virgo today, let's see if the energy shifted up on us. I pre-shuffled all the decks. This is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Cross Watchers. We had quite the interesting read last time with some obsessive stalker lover-ish. So let's see what's coming through today and try to get a little bit better of a love message oracle for you without it getting too crazy. Oh, if you're new here, you're watching House of Pisces. I'm Sheila. If my dog starts barking, it's just because she likes to tell me every time she sees a rabbit, squirrel, neighbor, somebody taking out the trash. You know how it is. She's an American bully. For Virgo. Stones everywhere. Show me the person on Virgo's mind. What are they feeling right now? What are they going through? Soulmates. Right out the gate. There's a lot of cards. They're not all good. Some soulmates are good. Some soulmates are karmatic as fuck. We'll see. Twin flame. Wow. Okay, this is going to be a fun one. That usually indicates we got a runner and a chaser and some debauchery. Okay, maybe the twin flames are going to come together this time. Let's look. What else do we got here in Virgo's person's energy? Show it to me. Divine feminine. Holy shit, I cannot make this shit up. Soulmates, twin flames, and divine feminine. I almost get the impression that there could be a choice between two people, a soulmate or... Because, like, soulmates and twin flames are not the same thing. Your twin flame is going to be somebody who's cut from the same soul. It's the same soul split in two. You're like yin-yang energy. You complete each other. The masculine energy is the bottom three chakras. The feminine energy masters the top three chakras. And then in order for you to both... And divine fucking... Whoa! Okay, that was good. Damn, this is a good one. Shit. Okay. And so where was I? I just got like so fucking distracted. I've never had the cards come out this like lined up like that before. Woo! This is going to be a good reading. Anyway, where was I? I need a sip of coffee. Anyway, so divine masculine, bottom three chakras. Divine feminine masters the top three chakras. And then, of course, you have the heart chakra. You are connected to each other through the heart chakra and then through the crown chakra to the oversoul. Because after all, the divine masculine and feminine in a twin flame connection is always connected. So trust me, if you got a twin flame, you can't cut that bitch off. You can try. I mean, it's temporary. They come back. They do. But also, if you're in separation from your divine masculine or feminine, there's also usually a whole bunch of other soul tri-soulmates that will come rushing in towards you. Because if your divine masculine or feminine runs away, there's always a backup plan for us. Pisces, Virgos, whoever. You know, that's how it is. Anyway, I just thought that was funny. I've never seen the cards come out this clear before. Wow, okay, can I get one more? What's up? Emotional storm. Of course. Virgos. Well, maybe this will be better than the last one. What should I look at? Maybe I'll just pull one more card on this one. Let's see. What's up for soulmates? Why is that here if we have a twin flame connection? One day, someday, another time. Okay, so why is twin flames here? Past life, obviously. Okay, wow, this is like such a... Okay, show me divine feminine's energy. Second chances, reconciliation, making amends, opportunity. Show me Divine Masculine's energy. Depth, awareness, importance, value. Emotional storm, what is it? Silence. I already pre-shuffled everything, but I just like to get the energy coming in. I call it waking up the decks, or else they just don't pop. Virgo, twin flame reading, obviously. I'm just wondering if we got a choice between two, seeing the soulmates and the twin flames on the card, on the table, side by side. So let's have a look and see what that is. I don't sprechen the English so well sometimes. Spirit, can you clarify soulmates for me? Taboo. One more. And chew. Okay, let's look at past life twin flame. Deja vu, repeated patterns, karmatic lessons. We have sunset and sing. You know what that sunset in past lives there? Lost loved ones, memories, elder, nightfall. It's like a recognition of some sort of lost connection from the past. Singing your heart out, singing your praise, singing your soul out. Okay, let's look at the divine energy, divine feminine energy here. This was supposed to be the person in Virgo's energy, but it looks like we got two people here. Run away, kept away. Give me one more. Window of opportunity and curiosity. Spread them down a bit. And I just kind of want to keep them on camera the best I can. Are we still on the camera? There's a little Virgo sign up higher. Okay. Show me the divine masculine energy here. Key people. Core of the problem. The divine masculine is the problem. Aren't they always? Them fuckers are always running away. Show me another for divine masculine. Rest, new journey, new beginnings. Okay, let's look at emotional storm. Sacrifice. Firm. That firm card always reminds me of like the Queen of Swords. She's got the sword of truth there. She's firm in her values. She's firm when it comes to what bullshit she will put up with. She'll hear you out. She will. But she's not going to negotiate on her values. Because she's wide awake. She knows what she wants and she's just ready to cut something off if she feels like somebody's coming in at her sideways. Do I really want to pull this? What's the tea? Yeah, I do. We'll just take a peek. There's stuff in here that's not horrible. Show me soulmates. One day. Taboo. Chew. What is it? Dodging bullets. Why are they dodging bullets? Ooh. No. I'm not going to take that many. I already got enough cards on the table. Let's dig it out though. Dodging bullets. Screenshot. What's up with Twin Flame? Uninterested. It's not necessarily uninterested. You can see that person's watching the other person walk away. But it looks like they're in a little bit of a storm. A little bit of a problem. More for Twin Flame. Dirty offer. Ooh. You know, I got that card on my last Virgo reading. That was an interesting one. I was getting a little confused with that. I was like, what is up? So maybe there might be more than one choice here. Hustling for Divine Feminine. What else? One more? Making money. Focused on work. Getting it. Talking shit. Okay, Divine Masculine's energy. Photo proof, getting evidence, and adjusting, compensate, balance, adapt. But that card is definitely somebody, kind of reminds me of the Four of Swords. Because it's by rest, depth, key people. Almost like somebody's going within to figure something out, but they got like, they're looking over photos, they're lurking over, lurking. I didn't even mean to say lurking, but that's the energy. Lurking in the background. Doing some yoga, meditating, trying to figure their shit out. Photo proof, getting evidence. Maybe holding on to some photographs of some people. Oh, shit. I didn't even say anything, but okay. That's for Emotional Storm. Rejected. Okay, one more. That did try to come out earlier, so obviously it's supposed to be it on the table. It just came out with a bunch of other cards, and I was totally not going to take out that many. And moving on. Okay, and that's under Emotional Storm. So silence, sacrifice, firm. Moving on and rejected. It looks like somebody rejected the other person. Went silent. Somebody could have been too stuck in their ways and wasn't going to sacrifice their beliefs, their opinions. Rejected a dirty offer and walked away. No thank you, next. Let's look more. Maybe we'll get one more of these clarifiers. If you're new here, I read all cards. I got tarot over here too. I'll get there. So what we're looking at the top is the person on Virgo's mind, what's in their feelings, and then I'm building up to how did we get to those feelings that they're in for this present energy. If that makes sense to you, it makes sense to me. Okay, so give me one clarifier for these soulmates. What do we got here? Show me for soulmates for Virgo's person. Could be Virgo, reverse it. Getting better. Growth is a journey, not a destination. Welcome improvements one step at a time. But then the other side, and I think I flipped this the wrong way, you'll have to let me know, is on the mend. Be compassionate, kind to yourself as you heal your heart. I think that's the way it was supposed to go up. I feel like I've just been flipping cards because these are two-sided, so gotta pay attention. One for Twin Flame. What's going on here? Commitment. Commit to this next stage in your development, and there will be a promise fulfilled in some form. Okay. Divine Feminine. I haven't really used these cards much, and they're hard to read, like little white writing. Souls of Balance. Seek equilibrium in love and career, harmonizing your inner scale. Wow. They did not use the right font for this. To weigh decisions with both heart and mind. Divine Masculine. I can tell this is going to be a longer reading. We're already sitting at 17. River of Release. Drift along the river of release where waters carry away burdens, guiding towards renewal. Okay, show me Emotional Storm. Saving Grace. Forgiving yourself and others heals the wounds and sets you free. Okay. We're dealing with Virgo, but this is Virgo's person. Let's grab these. I'm in no mood for my moody decks today. Some of them don't shuffle so well. I screwed up a couple cards. Oh yeah, I forgot. Maybe I'll bust out a couple yin-yangs and some messages. Ooh, damn it, knocking cards flying. Don't flip, I wasn't ready. Back can you go? What happened there? Peeping cards, don't wanna. Just get some extra confirmations, maybe some timelines, maybe some more information. I'm still trying to figure out the soulmates energy. Show me more on soulmates. What is it? Third eye and clarity. Give me another one. Comfort zone, south node, clinging. I'm catching the vibe on this. Show me twin flame. Spirit guides. Assistance. Dirty offer. Control tactics. Okay, so Divine Feminine, dreams and messages. One more. Cold and detached. Okay. Divine Masculine's energy. Distance. One more. Black suffering. Emotional storm. Ooh, that's a lot. Jesus. What is it though? Love offers, longing, and self-worth expectations. Now let's grab a couple tarots. Wake up deck. We're not ready. Best I can do to keep them all on the table. Page of Swords. Wanted to jump out. Somebody's defensive on the back of the deck. One shuffle. Just to get those back in there. Somebody's watching a situation and they're feeling a little defensive. So what up? Why soulmates here? Who are the soulmates? Why is it here? What's the situation? Page of Coins. Gathering knowledge. Two of Cups. About a connection. Two of Cups. Page of Coins. Learning something new. Wanting to put in some work. Something that ended. Yeah, that Page of Coins always reminds me of somebody who's like learning something new. Coming into some sort of new knowledge, new learning, new opportunities, new manifestations. So what's up with the twin flame energy? Clarify, please. Two of Wands. That's a crossroads. Incarnation, obviously, that would be two people incarnating into two different bodies for twin flames. Eight of Coins and Five of Coins. So it looks like the present situation with this twin flame connection is somebody is at a crossroads. Trying to figure out how they can physically, because incarnation is incarnating into the 3D realm. So how they can physically connect and work with somebody. Here, a twin flame connection. I think this soulmate energy, I'll have another look at it. My first impression is somebody being like one day, someday, one day, like feeling a connection with somebody, but not actually doing anything about it because they were in their comfort zone. Like third eye activation is there too. So it seems like somebody receiving the messages, realizing that there's some sort of deep soulmate connection, but not realizing that it was a twin flame connection. Feeling drawn to somebody, feeling like they wanted to learn more about them. There's an ending here. Putting 10 swords in something. And then over here, it looks like some sort of recognition that this is a past life connection, that it runs a lot deeper than your average soulmate. Trying to figure out how they can work on it in the actual material realm. Five of Coins, feeling in lack, feeling in self-doubt, feeling out in the cold. Okay, what else we got here? Sorry, the chair doesn't roll very well. And I need to move a bit so I can see my cards better. Okay, Divine Feminine's energy. Show it to me. Give me a look. What's going on with these cards? Having the strength, mastering that fight or flight energy. Taming the beast within. What else? Being in some sort of state of self-reflection. Stagnant energy. About a 10 of Cups situation. So that would be ultimate wish fulfillment, happiness. Second chances, running away, hustling. What's under there? And then the first impressions are that this Divine Feminine energy is really working on themselves. The window of opportunity with the Divine Feminine in their energy is still open because they consider this, dreams, messages, and detached. They might be looking like they're totally uninterested, looking like they've detached from the situation, but there is some sort of energy here showing me that dreams, messages, downloads are coming in. This person does recognize that there's a 10 of Cups opportunity here. That Four of Swords energy matches what card was on here. Matching up with the energy in the Divine Masculine of rest and adjust, because they have that card here as well. A little bit of a mirrored energy. Okay, so show me the Divine Masculine. What's in their energy? The Magician. Six of Wands, trying to manifest some sort of outcome. What's the outcome they're trying to manifest here? This person obviously has a lack mindset there. Because what they're trying to manifest is success. And holding back, being stingy with your energy, being stingy with your time, being stingy with your effort. Maybe this person's realizing they didn't give equally. They could still be holding back because they're afraid of the outcome. Page of Wands. Wanting a new inspiration, a new idea, a new way forward. Trying to come up with a creative idea. So this person could be holding back right now. Distance is here. Silence, second chances, running away. So it looks like this person could be holding back because they are trying to manifest something new for the Divine Masculine. Trying to come up with a creative way to communicate so they don't get shot down. Five of Coins. Okay, so show me the emotional storm. The Star, the Hierophant, Five of Cups. On the bottom of the deck, we got the Ace of Swords, Nine of Coins, Six of Coins, Queen of Wands, King of Wands, Knight of Cups. Defensive and walking away. And then Hangman. Shit. Okay. Let's look. Ace of Swords, clarity, receiving a message, trying to get clarity about Nine of Coins, single, successful. It looks like somebody who's trying to decide if they want to be single here. Six of Coins, giving equally what they can give, if they're single, if they're willing to be single, if they want to be single. Somebody could have been breadcrumbing a little bit because they were enjoying their time as a single person and not sure of what they wanted from this connection. There was a King of Queen of Wands energy here. So two single, attractive, bold, successful, definitely enjoying the finer things in life, very attracted to the other person, mutual attraction for sure, also a match. Chemistry wise, there was definitely a good chemistry match here. Knight of Cups is somebody feeling romantic, daydreaming about options. And then it gets followed up by Seven of Wands, Eight of Cups, Hangman. So that's showing me somebody got defensive in the connection. Somebody walked away, and now that somebody or both of you are stuck in this Hangman energy where you're kind of just surrendering to the situation, not making a move. You're looking to see if you can see things in a different way. Somebody walked away, and then the other person could be feeling like their world's been turned upside down because they don't know what move to take. Very classical twin flame energy where two people connect, sparks fly, and then one person gets cold feet and runs away because they don't know how to handle themselves. That's what it looks like to me. But let's look at the other cards more. I just noticed there was a little storyline there on the bottom. Okay. So, Gavi. How long are we running? We're only 32 minutes in. Start digging it out. So we have soulmates. Someday, somewhere, another time. This could be a situation where a person was like wishing one day they were gonna like find their true love. One day they were gonna meet their soulmate, or they could have felt like this person was a soulmate and one day they're gonna make their move. One day they're gonna have the time to do it, or something like that. Taboo, limit, crime, forbidden love, curiosity, and chew, deep thinking, remember, solving puzzles. My King and Queen of Wands can be too taboo energy. Kind of like the Knight of Wands, rushing in and out, hot and cold. This could be a situation where somebody felt the connection, the timing was off, but I don't have like divine timing here either. Somebody might have felt like this was a soulmate connection. They could have been drawn to it, feeling that connection. Not really ready to make any sort of commitment. They might have just been looking for information, trying to solve the puzzle, why they were attracted to this person in the first place, right? That's what I'm getting, is like this curiosity energy here, where somebody was attracted, or both people, obviously, if you're twin flames, you're going to be attracted to each other's energy. But you might feel like this person's a taboo situation because twin flames are like yin yang energy, right? You're total opposites, but that's the point. Somebody could have been feeling like this wasn't a good match, like it might cause some sort of controversy. They might have been in the connection just feeling that connection energy and like mulling over it, like, why am I feeling this way for this other person? Maybe this other person doesn't really seem like your type. The kind of person you usually connect with, dodging bullets, blocking negativity, escaping crazy people, protected by haters. Protected by haters. I think that it's supposed to say protected from haters. Someone could have felt like they were trying to dodge a bullet here with this connection. They might have felt like the other person was not in it for authentic reasons. They might have questioned the other person's intention for being in the connection. Someone could have been on the mend after another relationship ended when this started up, and because they were on the mend from some other situation, they may have gotten this stagnant energy of double overthinking the situation. One day it's going to happen. Someday it's going to come together. Maybe if it's the right time, if it's the right person, it'll happen for me. I'll get my soulmate. Third eye and clarity. Somebody went into their comfort zone, and that's not necessarily a good thing, because your comfort zone is like past life connections, but at the same time that indicates that soulmate energy of one day, right? Like, this person could have felt there was something familiar and comfortable about this person, but then comfort zones is like where you left off in your last life, where you left off and you did not finish your lessons. Like, that's where you ended in your last life for life lessons, and learning is where you start up in this life. So this could be some sort of energy coming through from the past life where you and this other person, that's a divine feminine masculine energy, twin flame connection. This could be showing me that in like the past life where you left off, there was obviously an ending, because once twin flames come together, they don't usually have to keep circling back around. Incarnating right here. Okay, incarnation, got it. In the last life, there was a learning that lesson. Okay, and so like right now, South Node is in Virgo and the North Node is in Pisces. So your South Node is the things that you need to release from your past life. That's why this could be coming up. There was a painful ending in the past life connection. This is what I'm gathering on the mend. Somebody energetically, or both of you, are still not over what happened in the last life. Moving into the twin flame energy. Mirroring, shared feelings, reflections, deja vu, repeated patterns, karmic lessons, and commitment. There seems to be a repeating energy for this connection where you haven't been able to get together and commit at all. It's like a repeating cycle. It's a mirrored energy. There's a need to take this to the next level and actually commit. Singing your soul out in sunset. What's that kind of giving me? Curtain calls. The last performance. The encore. That's what I'm getting. Encore. I don't know why that's important. It's almost like energetically saying, I'm trying to get the words together for what I've got here. It's an energy of wondering if the last performance has been done on this connection. Like, I can't, for some reason, it's on the tip of my tongue. The saying, you let me know if you watch this. Just drop it in the comments. You know, when there's a performance on the plays and they close the curtains and all of the actors leave the stage. That's kind of what's coming through. It's like somebody wondering if they've missed their chance, if the final curtain calls happened, or if there's going to be an encore. Like, if there's going to be that one more hurrah, walking out on stage and being like, okay, let's do this. I'm not gone yet, right? And it's mirrored energy because it's a twin flame connection. So it's like two people wondering if the other person's uninterested, wondering if the other person just wanted something like a fling. Because we have spirit guides and assistants and control tactics. Somebody could have been afraid to make a commitment in this situation because they didn't feel like they had control. We have 2 of Wands, Incarnation, Crossroads. How would that apply to a past life situation? It's almost like somebody having the choice to follow their intuition, what they're picking up on in this connection, but not. Because they weren't sure if the other person was feeling the same thing. And that kind of energy coming through with that last call. Has the last call happened? Is it over? Is it closing time on this? Kind of comes in with this incarnation. 8 of coins, 5 of coins. Somebody wondering if it's over, if their chance is gone. If they have what it takes to put in the work here, what they can build with. Okay, so let's look at this divine feminine energy. Yin Yang feminine energy, we have second chances, running away, curiosity, and window of opportunity. This divine feminine is wondering if this other person is even worth giving a second chance to. They may have ran and now she's in this I give up energy. The window of opportunity is still open. She is curious, but she's almost balancing between running and giving a second chance. She's like, if this person comes towards me, or if I, like, no, she looks like she's almost ready to run. Because there's this energy of like hustling, making it rain, focused on money, getting it, talking shit. I think this is how she's viewing the masculine. She's like, all you ever think about is getting that bag. All you ever think about is the material shit. And honestly, the masculine is the bottom 3 chakras. That's all they ever fucking think about, to be honest. Money, sex, being hungry. Straight up. Rejection. They're always afraid of rejection, okay? So they live in those lower 3 chakras. And like this feminine is like looking at this masculine and she's like, I don't know, maybe I should just fucking run. Like, I'm curious, but this person's like shit talking. All they ever do is focus on XYZ, and there's nothing higher to this connection. It feels like she's questioning if there's something higher when it comes to like emotionally developing the connection. Because souls of balance is like balancing your heart here, right? That's balancing your chakras. It's a desire to be in a balanced connection. Seeking equilibrium in love and career. Harmonizing your inner scale to weigh decisions with both heart and mind. If you're talking about a twin flame connection, that's basically what happens. You need to balance. And the only way to do that is to come together. But you need to help the other person. So the masculine needs help from the feminine to elevate spiritually into the higher chakras. The feminine needs help from the masculine to develop more skills when it comes to building success, career, family, that kind of thing. Messages and dreams. Detached, cold. Trying to keep them where you can kind of see them. In this feminine's energy, there's definitely somebody kind of pulling back their energy, focusing on themselves, evaluating what it is that makes them happy in a connection. What it is that's their 10 of Cups, right? You see the Four of Swords, that's somebody reflecting, that's somebody resting, that's somebody who's taking a break, taking a time out, pulling back their energy. It's not a bad thing. They're like literally just trying to figure out what they want. And what she's trying to figure out is what her 10 of Cups looks like in a situation. That's what she's trying to think about. And so messages and detached, she may be coming across as totally detached from this situation, cold to it, like she doesn't want anything to do with it. But she's reflecting on what it is that actually gives her her 10 of Cups in reality. Not just like La La Land, not the Lulu Land. But there's something to do with dreams and messages coming in here. So I feel like this feminine is receiving like some sort of, and that does happen with like twin flame soulmate connections where people will come to you like in your dreams, or you'll get some sort of divine insight into what the connection is and what's going on. And you see in this card, this person's sleeping. And in the Four of Swords, it's often somebody who is like in a church laying on a pew having a rest after they've been talking to God and like trying to get answers like, okay, what am I supposed to do, spirit, right? So it's having the strength to pull away your energy and really look at what you want here. Okay, so what do we got for the divine masculine's energy? Are we still on camera? Sort of. Maybe I'll just try to shift these down a bit so you can see the cards. We already went over those. I'm messing them all up. Okay. Can we see? A little bit. Divine feminine, yin, yang, masculine. In the masculine's energy, we have depth, awareness, importance, value, key people, core of the problem, and phase. I almost feel like this person's recognizing that the problem with this connection had to do with how deeply they met the other person. You know that like meme saying, a person can only meet you as deeply as they have met themselves. And when it comes to the divine masculine, again, back into functioning in those lower three chakras, right? So this person had not deeply met themselves as deeply as this feminine had when this connection was going on, could be still in a connection with this person. But there is some sort of rejection here. So I think there is presently not a 3D connection. Because twin flames are always connected. Even if you're like not even talking to each other and haven't seen each other for like 50 years. You're still connected to that bitch. They can die and you're still connected to that bitch because it's the oversoul. Okay? So this divine masculine had not, in this lifetime, South Node, in this lifetime, they had not progressed from where they left off in the last lifetime with this connection. So they had not met themselves as deeply as the feminine had met herself. They're realizing the core of the problem is probably them. So they're going into this rest energy here, which is also the same as the Four of Swords. But this person is trying to figure out how to go on a new beginning. That's hitting the pause button. That's taking a break. Somebody drinking a coffee, they ain't got no energy. Photo proof, getting evidence. Why is that here? That's supposed to be further down. Yeah, because adjust is the same cards. This is a different deck. So that adjust card is the same thing as like the Four of Swords, if I didn't already say that. So there's your mirroring twin flame energy. Taking a break. Possibly trying to go deeper within themselves to figure out what went wrong in this connection. Photo proof is like looking at photographs. Trying to get evidence on something. What are they trying to get evidence on? Distance. Black. These two people are both looking at each other. This is kind of like the Eight of Cups energy, which is... No, it was in the back of that deck with the King and Queen of Wands. That's right. So, retreat or timeout. They're both looking at each other. They're walking away, but they're not sure about walking away. So that's why this person's trying to gather evidence. Evidence from within themselves, evidence from the material world. This person has some sort of lack mindset going on here, where they're possibly doubting the connection. Like they might know that this is a soulmate connection. They're definitely going to feel that there's some sort of past life connection here, but they might not realize what kind of connection it is, and that's why they're trying to go deeper, look for evidence. They're trying to find a way to get clarity, but they're in this lack mindset, and they're not happy that this woman is walking away, the divine feminine. We're looking at her walking away on the beach, and they're like, oh shit. Now what did I do, right? Because that's also somebody on the beach. But they might be thinking she's acting cold and detached, like she walked away. This person's definitely trying to manifest some sort of success, crossing the finish line, recognition. This person feels like this is, they do now anyway, that this is a Six of Wands. That's somebody who is a good choice, somebody you can see a successful ending with, right? But there's this Four of Coins energy, indicating somebody was being stingy with their time, their effort, their commitment. We do have commitment on the table from past life. Somebody was holding back their pentacles, clutching their pearls. Right? Is that the saying? Clutching their pearls. But now they're trying to figure out how to, Page of Wands, come up with a creative new way to reestablish the connection, move it to the next level. And I think this person just doesn't know how to do that yet. So they're in this reflective, gathering evidence stage. But so is the feminine, because she's like, what the fuck do I even want from this connection? Is this connection my Ten of Cups? Is it going to be able to offer me what I'm seeking? What really, that's establishing, like, what is my Ten of Cups, my ultimate happiness? So river of release, and then going back to that someday, one day energy, that also shows me like this feminine could be like, well, maybe there's other options out there. Is this my twin flame, or is this just a regular soulmate? So river of release comes under the divine masculine's energy, and that is drifting along the river of release where waters carry away burdens, guiding towards renewal. This person needs to release something in their energy. It may be them needing to release blockages, spiritual, emotional, traumas from past relationships. Because in her energy, she's balancing. In his energy, he's releasing. I had something and it slipped away. It was like, what is it? I think this person needs to release some sort of lack mindset that they brought from their past life or from a past relationship. She seems like she's definitely balanced already. Okay, so let's look at what the emotional storm is here. Can we see? Turmoils, unstable, affected, frozen, no words, stonewalled. Now with that mirroring energy, what tends to happen when twin flames first come together? Somebody gets triggered. Because the person who has baggage, has not released, is not balanced, the feminine's balanced, will get triggered, right? That feminine is going to mirror to this masculine everything they haven't worked on, everything they need to work on spiritually. So the higher chakras, right? She's going to trigger him. His heart chakra is going to be activated by her. It's going to have to activate because like once you come into connection with her, if you have not been living in those top three, it's going to be really uncomfortable. You're going to go through an emotional storm. It's going to screw your head up. Some people go a little bonkers. And I think this person ran because they put up the walls, right? Whatever was going on here, this person needed to release. This person was balanced and it triggered this person to get scared, right? They were overwhelmed by the activation of the upper chakras, like by that heart chakra trying to unblock, right? Now we have firm sacrifice. She's obviously that Queen of Swords energy. She knows what she wants. She's made up her mind. She's balanced. She will hear you out. But it looks like she was willing to hear you out. Like the masculine. She's willing to hear someone out. She's clear-minded. She's been through some shit. She knows what she wants. She's willing to compromise. She's willing to hear you out in a way. But she's not ready to throw herself on the sword and sacrifice everything she believes in and her values in order to hold a connection together with somebody who can't meet her at the same level, can't meet her as deeply as she's met herself. So this connection, this person might have been like surface level and this person's like super deep. And this person don't want to open up. They don't want to release their blockages. They're holding on to their south node, clinging to it actually in their comfort zone. Their control method is to cling to their comfort zone. What they know, right? Because they haven't gone that deep. So it's like, I'm willing to hear you out. I'm willing to meet you halfway, but I'm not going to throw myself on the sword and sacrifice me, my beliefs, my dreams, my goals, my 10 of Cups to build you up. So this seems like somebody who's like, I've had enough fixer-uppers in my life. I don't need another fucking fixer-upper. Bye, bitch. That's pretty much what that energy is. Okay, so rejected and moving on. Like, this divine masculine may have freaked out and pulled back their energy, and she's like, I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna chase after you. I'm not gonna coddle you. I'm not gonna try to fix your broken shit. I've done enough of that. I'm here. You're not, right? So somebody was rejected and moving on. This feels like somebody pulled their energy back. They're like, you know, I'm done. I'm gonna move on. Next, gonna work on myself. Release burdens, embrace clarity, and let go of what no longer serves you, allowing new insights to guide your path. Yeah, basically somebody saw this situation as a burden at this point because they didn't feel like it was going anywhere. Okay, so we have an offer. Venus. We are in Venus, passing through the pits of hell, behind the sun, something like that. 2 week, 3 week, I can't remember. Don't quote me. Look it up. Look it up. That could be relevant. The offer, longing, and self-worth. Somebody is longing to make an offer here. Because they see the other person. Probably the star is going to be your divine feminine. That's Aquarius energy, but that's like the muse. Somebody brings them inspiration. Longing. Somebody inspires the other person. They could get a lot of attention, be very attractive, be very successful, be very intelligent. They're an alchemist. They're kind of like somebody who can just bring things to them instead of chasing after them too. And this Hierophant energy is long-standing traditions, commitments, societal norms, cultural responsibilities, kind of like it could be indicating these two people have significant differences between them. I don't have the World card, but you get what I mean, right? The Hierophant and the Star are two entirely different energies. And that Hierophant is definitely about long-term commitments, justice, religion, family, establishments. And the Star is not necessarily about establishments. Bitch, you're the star. You do what you want, right? And then we have this 5 of Cups energy, which is like somebody in loss, grief, sorrow. This is connected to separation, self-worth, and wanting to make an offer. So I think this Hierophant energy is definitely your divine masculine. The Star is definitely your divine feminine's energy. And this person's grappling with how to connect to the divine feminine here. They're stuck in some sort of established way of doing things. South Node, comfort zone, clinging to it, but they're feeling lonely and feeling like lacking in the self-worth. 5 of Coins. But they're not seeing the 2 of Cups behind them. And the 2 of Cups is on the table. They're not seeing that they can actually reestablish the connection at this time because they haven't figured out how to establish the connection at this time. So what's coming? Let's look at what's coming and then we'll wrap this up. Okay, Spirit, is there anything coming or is this just back and forth mirroring energy? What's up? What's up? What's coming? Can I get a what's coming? Conflicted. God, I don't want conflicted. Return. Okay, that's better. They're both black and whites. Give me one more. One more. What's coming? And time. One more. That's not enough for me. You're just telling me the wheels are spinning here, that's for sure. One more. Peace, balance, harmony, friendship. Okay. So this conflicted, you're on a Ferris wheel. It's spinning, hot and cold, multiple choices, going around and round in circles. Returning for second chances, third chances, missed opportunities. Somebody's trying to make amends. They're trying to get off the wheel. All right? Time, waiting, cycles, movements. Again, a circle. Walking down here, taking a circle. I'm seeing a connection. I'm just trying to pull it in right now. I feel like this person's trying to come forward in some way that's like friendly, balanced, cheerful, peaceful, but they don't know how to do it because they've been spinning on the wheel like a little fucking hamster. Show me more. How do we get to peace? When's the right time? Show it to me. Never mind, conflicted. Show me return. We know there's conflicted energy here. Somebody's spinning around. What's return? Breakup. What's return? Bonfire. What's time? Feminine head walking away in here. Walking away is here. Okay. Addiction. What else? Shadow. Somebody's addicted to fucking procrastination. They're obsessing over the connection, but they're fucking addicted to procrastination. That's the fucking problem. Like, they're just in this stuck fucking energy. Because we have that cycles here, too. At the beginning. One day, someday, somehow. Somebody's a procrastination expert when it comes to opening the fuck up to other people emotionally and stating what they feel, stating what they see in a connection, stating what they want from a connection. Like they're just they've mastered procrastination. That's what's coming through here. Like, return, breakup, bonfire. This person wants to return. They know they're on this like spinning wheel of indecision, not making a move, pulling back their energy, trying to work on their shit, walking away. But they still have this desire. This bonfire is somebody who's got like this burning, overwhelming desire within themselves to make a move. They know they want to make a move. They know what they want. But they just keep spinning around on the hamster wheel. Because time. We have waiting, cycles, movement. This person knows their time is running out. They know they're obsessed. They know they have toxic tendency. This person could even be dealing with addictions like drugs, alcohol, porn, something like that, right? This is something to do with this person's got some sort of addictive habits or personalities. It could be just unhealthy attachments to other people, like family, friends, co-workers, exes. I mean, there's obviously some sort of toxic binding pattern with this person. They recognize it. The other side, the flip side, the co-side, that's shadow. So divine masculine and feminine is here. The other side of addiction, obsession, control issues, always trying to find the perfect fucking time to make your move, is peace, balance, harmony, friendship, pollution, infection, parasite, poison, and change, transformation, and evolution. This person realizes in order to redevelop the connection, they might have to come in seeking friendship first, okay? Because they know they flipped up. They might have to reconnect in a friendship way, and they don't know how to do that. There's a lot of pollution here, so that means somebody could have dirtied their name, feel like they fucked up, feel like they made a mess of the situation. They might be having addiction. They might be compulsively overthinking the situation. I'm surprised I don't have the Eight of Swords on the table yet. Change, transformation, newborn, evolution. Yeah, this person has to, there's a recognition they need to change the way they're thinking about this. They need to change the way they're coming towards this connection. And in order to do it, they're going to have to radically transform themselves and the way they communicate in order to reestablish a friendship and balance, right? Let's grab this. See if it'll give me any more. I just want an outcome, not more advice. Jeesh. Wake up deck. It's like I'm not even really seeing communication here. That's what I want to know. Is there going to be some sort of communication here? Because it doesn't look like anybody's communicating. Not in the 3D world. Like, so you're always, if this is like an actual twin flame connection, not just a soulmate, which obviously it is because there's way too much up there, then you are always in connection with the other person, even if you cord cut them. But I'm talking about, like, is there going to be actual 3D material realm moves communication? Because I'm just not. Silence, emotional storms, one day, right? The timing, going around in circles. This person's like going around in their head like a fucking little squirrel looking for nuts or something. Like they are. The masculine's like, they're in some sort of really toxic thought process. And I'm not seeing any communication. There's all this longing and desire and analyzation here, but there's like no fucking movement. They're like over manifesting a situation. Like, God's gonna come save me. I don't know. Nobody's like, the masculine's just overthinking the shit out of something, and I don't know what. So show it to me. For my Virgos, what is this? What's this masculine gonna do? Are they going to make an actual real life move? Communication, what? Show it to me. Because I'm just seeing a lot of back and forth bullshit. Queen of Wands, they desire you if you're the feminine. Roles can be reversed. Or maybe the feminine's gonna make a move because this masculine's stuck in a hamster wheel. Hermit is Virgo energy. Okay, so that's like totally checking out and going within. Okay, so what up? I want like actual communication and action. Like, what's going to go on? King of Swords. That's good. That's communication. The King of Swords wants to communicate. The King of Swords wants to have a conversation and get clear. The Hermit illuminates the card next to it. This person has been going within, okay, because they want to communicate. They want to get a clear message, but they're still in that energy where they're like Hermit. They're not doing anything. They're desiring this Queen of Wands. We had the King and Queen of Wands earlier. I showed you it was on the back of the deck. So that's confirmation that this person is really going within, reflecting on the feminine, the divine feminine. This person they find extremely attractive, energetically and physically, right? This person's energetically and physically attracted to this person. So spiritually and in the material world. And so they're reflecting on this. They're going totally fucking hermit mode because they want to communicate. So what do they want to communicate? Come on, wake up. Wake up. Give me cards. Don't be hiding them. What do they want to communicate to the Queen of Wands? Seven of Cups. That is somebody who's stuck. Somebody who can't make a choice. Somebody who has their options open. It also could be online. 11-11, a new beginning. And strength. Mastering their fight or flight. One more. Give it to me. What is it? What are they trying to say? Don't get all fucking... Okay. the center of what they want to say, they're trying to figure out how to move this forward. They're trying to move away from a negative situation, some turbulence in the past. They want to move it forward, either travel physically towards you, physically with you, or emotionally, they just want to level this situation up. They want to move towards a calmer situation with you. They could even want to discuss moving, buying a house, marriage, proposals, reunions. Because that Four of Wands is all about celebrations and coming together. That's buying a house, selling a house, getting engaged, getting married, coming together with people at reunions, family reunions, anniversaries, weddings. That options here is like this person's trying to figure out a way how to get together with you and what they're going to say. Maybe they're hoping they'll run into you at some sort of event where you're both there. Or they're trying to come up with some way. They're like looking at their options, Seven of Cups. And they're in some sort of energy of indecision about what cup to fucking tempt you with. The Seven of Cups is temptation sometimes, right? You could be tempted. There's like, what am I going to use, right? You could have like, go for coffee over there, ask her out over there, sext her over there. Like, it's temptations, right? There's 7 cups. There's 7 options in front of you. It's choosing a path forward and being stuck in this energy of like, oh, I have too many choices and I don't know what one to make. And I feel like this is the center of the deck card I pulled. So that's showing me at the center of this energy for moving forward, what's coming next. This person wants to move forward with you, either physically, relationship-wise, something like this. They want forward movement and momentum. They want to come from some sort of turbulent situation in the past with you. They want to come out of this stagnant energy where they're in indecision, right? Hermit. Going within to reflect about the Queen of Wands. Again, King and Queen of Wands were on the back of the deck. This person wants to communicate with you. They want to get out of this stagnant energy of being hermit mode, indecision, 7 of Cups. What they want to offer has something to do with the Four of Wands. So this person could be wanting to get together with you at some sort of celebration, event, wedding, anniversary, high school fucking reunion, some energy like that. They're looking at how they can get together with you. They might even be like looking at, okay, like how do I take this to the next level? Because ideally I want to move in with you, propose to you, something to that effect. They're looking at their options on that. Strength. This person is trying to master their fight or flight response. That's run or make an offer. So again, they still have this, they recognize that they need to tame the beast. They need to control the situation. They need to be calm about this, because judgment, that is like karmatic justice, rewards. They could feel like they are destined to have some sort of Four of Wands connection with you. Okay, where's the communication? I mean, this is all still up in their head. What is the communication going to be? Because the communication could be 7 of Cups. But what they're thinking about on the back of the deck, what you're not seeing from this person, I forgot to tell you that part, is that the Queen of Wands is their 10 of Cups. They recognize that the Queen of Wands is in her Queen of Swords energy and 7 of Wands energy, which means she's defensive towards this person. So he's trying to come up with his options about like, how do I come to this person? Because she might cut my fucking head off firm. Again, is the feeling I'm getting, right? Are we still filming? Yes, we are. Good, good. Okay, so he's worried about her keeping her sword up to him. She's being defensive towards him. She's being standoffish towards him. And he recognizes this is all about the 10 of Cups. And that came up in her energy, and now it's up in his energy as the King and Queen of Swords. So these people are separate. They've been through some shit. They both want to have a conversation, and they want the truth, okay? So what's the message going to come? Like, is there going to be a message? Ace of Cups. Yeah, there's going to be some sort of offer. What else? A hidden offer. Yeah. Maybe on the next full moon? I don't know. What's up with the moon? Page of Wands. One more. And that's the end of a cycle. Putting 10 swords in something. It almost gives me this energy. We're in this like eclipse season. Fucking portal of hell with Venus. Maybe by the next full moon, this person's going to be messaging you. There was full moon in Virgo. South nodes in Virgo. The full moon in Virgo kicked off a blood moon release. Maybe the full moon in Virgo kicked off some sort of releasing of a blockage with this person, and now they're coming out of it. End of a cycle. 10 of Swords. They're coming out of it with some sort of new inspiration or idea on how to move this forward. And there is going to be some sort of offer and communication. I think the offer and communication might be messages online or text. I'm not seeing the 8 of Wands. That would be more of a text messages and SMS. But then that 4 of Wands and the 6 of Swords indicates, I mean, like, don't be surprised if this person just shows up at your door. In the moonlight. Like, just randomly shows up something you're not seeing. You're not seeing an offer coming. That almost gives me that energy of, like, somebody just being like, fuck it, should I just show up at their door and be like, I'm sorry. Straight up. That's what I just picked up. It's like, you don't see it coming. The shadow, the moon, the end of a cycle. I'm picking up some energy here about that whole, like, eclipse season portal shit that's going through astrologically. Decisions on how to move it forward. The sun and the moon. The sun and the moon would be divine masculine and feminine. Absolutely. By the way. Yeah, I'm going to conclude this. I think this person's trying to decide if they should just literally show the fuck up at your door or send you a message. That's all I got so far. Peace out, Virgo. That was crazy.